guest of honor, His Excellency, Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, President of the Republic of Zambia, ably represented by the Honorable Minister, Mr. Frank Museva Tayali, Minister of Transport and Logistics, the Permanent Secretary, represented by the Director of Human Resources, Dr. Cynthia Valengu, Mr. Chimwemwe Nyirenda, CEO, Africast, senior government officials present, riding on previously established protocols, may I simply say, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to you all. And for those that are coming to Zambia for the first time, a very warm welcome, and I'm very sure you will enjoy our beautiful country. Stanbic Bank is proud to once again support this forum and to play an active role in the growth of transport, logistics, commerce, and trade that underpin Zambia's economy. Our presence as a bank across the trade corridors and markets gives us an on-the-ground view of opportunities, constraints shaping regional trade today. What continues to set Land-Linked Zambia apart is not simply its scale, but its relevance in bringing together players in key industries with a view to foster innovative models that go beyond policy and unlock Africa's full potential in trade, connectivity, and sustainable development. This year's theme, Beyond Borders, Reimagining Africa's Transport Corridors for Prosperity, reflects a clear and meaningful focus on how countries can collaborate to achieve economic integration. Africa's economic transformation continues to gain momentum, in part driven by regional trade corridors, regional economic communities, and regional payment systems that streamline the movement of capital, goods, and services. For continental and regional trade to thrive, transport infrastructure, which includes air, rail, road, need to be structurally sound and efficient. Forums like the Land-Linked Conference, support the likes of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area in providing a powerful framework for eliminating trade barriers, fostering financial integration. And additionally, the SADC region, with 16 countries, facilitates trade in mining, agriculture, manufacturing, and is well positioned to contribute to the regional GDP growth and increased share of global trade. As a financial service provider, our role is to enable trade and commerce. We, however, recognize that challenges remain around the attainment of truly integrated trade corridors. These include gaps in infrastructure, which include poor transport networks, energy, digital networks that increase trade costs and limit reach of payment systems. Varying cross-border regulation adds complexity to cross-border trade and transactions. We're also operating in a global context that is becoming more complex. Geopolitical disruption, I think all of us don't know whether the strait is open or it's closed at this point in time. It is what it is. And disruptions in global energy markets have given sustained increase in fuel costs and introduced new volatility into supply chains. For operators, directly impacts their pricing models, margin compression, and their planning cycles. This reemphasizes a critical point. Trade and transport corridor efficiency is no longer only about infrastructure. The ability to move goods reliably, even in a volatile global environment, is fast becoming a competitive advantage for economies. We are excited to note the government's positive strides through the Ministry of Transport and Logistics in strengthening Zambia's trade and transport framework. From corridor development to border reforms and investment promotion, institutions such as the Zambia Development Agency continue to play a key role facilitating investment into priority sectors. The opportunity now is to translate the strong policy foundation into consistent, measurable improvements in corridor performance. And this is where Stanbic comes in. At Stanbic, we see transport corridors, pardon me. At Stanbic, we see transport corridors as operating systems that must function seamlessly from end to end. Their effectiveness facilitates the smooth movement of goods, reliable payment mechanisms, and timely access to capital. When any of these elements break down, inefficiencies spread quickly across the value chain. Our role is therefore clear, not only to provide financing to businesses in cross-border trade, but to provide solutions and instruments that enable seamless payments and transactions. We do this by aligning financial solutions to how businesses operate, providing access to working capital that keeps fleets and supply chains moving, thereby supporting cross-border activity. Digital payment platforms reduce friction at toll gates, borders, and ports. Foreign exchange solutions provide predictability, while asset finance enables operators to invest in fleet capability in line with demand. At Stanbic, we work across the transport and trade ecosystems to support growth that is practical, bankable, and aligned to national priorities. Supported by the Standard Bank Group's presence across Africa and globally, we can connect local businesses to regional and international markets while providing capital and expertise into sectors that drive economic growth and prosperity. As we engage over the next 2 days, my encouragement is that we focus on what will unlock progress, where friction can be reduced, or better still, eliminated, where systems can be better aligned, and where collaboration can deliver outcomes quicker and at scale. Prosperity beyond borders will not be achieved by infrastructure alone or by any single institution. It will be achieved through coordinated action, informed decision-making, and a shared commitment to execution. Stanbic remains committed to playing its part in this journey. We believe Zambia's long-term growth is closely tied to the effectiveness of its transport and trade systems, and we stand ready to support that growth with insight, solutions, and long-term investment. If we get this right, Zambia will not just participate in regional trade, it will help define it and drive growth in this country we call home. Thank you very much.